everyone, so final video review for this week is for Berlin Hungers by Justine Saracen. For any of you that missed the introduction video, this is what the book looks like. It's an absolutely gorgeous book, and if you want to check out my Goodreads review, it's just down below in the bio, or if you're on Facebook, it's below all the other videos, so please go check that out. And what can I say about Berlin Hungers? This is the video review and I loved it. I actually fell in love with this book completely, and a lot more than I thought I was going to. I've said this before about historic based novels. History, I liked it at school, wasn't my favourite subject. It was very repetitive when it came to the World War. If they had taught history at school, like you guys write it in these wonderful books, I am pretty sure I would have been more interested in it. Justine Saracen's put a lot of research and effort into this book, and it's very slow burn, which for me was agony, but I loved it. Like, I loved it so much. I literally, I'm not joking when I say I fell in love with this book. I had evenings where I didn't want to put it down. I didn't want to finish, like I didn't want to stop where I was, because so many moments in it were pivotal, like so important. And the two main characters, which is Gillian and Erica, are from very different places, very different backgrounds. So Gillian's in the Women's Auxiliary Air Force. Did I get that right? I hope I did. It's in the back of the book. I read it because Justine's put a whole load of bits in the book so that you can understand the abbreviations in the book, because she's used a lot, obviously, with like RAF, WAAF, which is the Women's Auxiliary Air Force, and bits like that. So there's a lot of abbreviation in the book because it's using the actual terms that would have been used at the time. So she's put a little sort of glossary in the back there with a little bit of explanation and sort of her research, really, just to give you an idea if you're not sure what you're actually reading. So this book, like I say, I completely fell in love with it. Gillian, who is a British, she's been a pilot during the war, but obviously the war has ended, and so the men are now back to piloting, and she is posted in Germany to help with the relief efforts. So after the war, the relief efforts, where the Russians have come in, taken over, causing absolute mayhem, just being absolute bastards, and they're called in to sort of work and rebuild Germany. So she's there on a base, and she keeps having these chance meetings with a Berliner, a German girl, Erica, who she meets a few times throughout the book, before she realises that she's sort of got feelings for her. And they are both, Erica and Gillian are both very unsure of what they should do to act on this and who should make a first move. And that's why I say it's slow burn. It was extremely slow burn. There was a lot of build up to their meetings, and their sort of letting their characters build individually in individual chapters before Justine started bringing them together in chapters where they were together, and then again back to chapters where they weren't together. Obviously the war kept them, well, the aftermath of the war kept them apart, because what can I say, Gillian was on the winning side, Erica was on the losing side. There's always that divide. That divide comes between people. But what I liked about this book is, in the end, it didn't divide love. It couldn't conquer it. Love conquered the aftermath, basically. And you know, they're gonna have a good future, Erica and Gillian, and I'd like to read about their future. But then some of the part of the magic is that it's just left where this book ends, and I loved that. I really did. Like I say, I genuinely could not get enough of this book. Even though like a lot of it was build up, and a lot of build up, like there was a lot of tension, and there was some tragic moments, obviously, as there is with anything that's sort of war related. There's always tragedy. That came out as a mouthful, you know what I mean. For those involved, there's loss, there's heartache, and there's some wonderful twists. There's one particular twist in this book which you'll be surprised by, and I was happily surprised by it, and actually was sort of like, yay! It was nice. It was actually a nice sort of bit of relief in amongst all that grief, from from the war. So yeah, it was a really great book and I really enjoyed it. And it will definitely be one of those books that I will pick up and read again, just so that I can get fully immersed in the story, because it's like a tormented and tortured love that shouldn't be able to blossom, but it does, and it does in the cutest and loveliest way. And both the main characters are so sweet and they deserve this happiness. They do, they really do. So I mean, I really enjoyed it. I haven't read any of Justine's work before, and I know she has quite a few sort of historical based novels, so I might pick up some more, because that was really a great experience for me reading this book. And I had wanted to get it, but now that Justine's given me an art copy when I was at Elcon and I've read it, I really am disappointed that I hadn't bought it sooner, because it's a great read and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So what I'll do is I'll pop a link in the description so you can grab a copy. You'll definitely want to grab a copy of this book. It's a lovely book, and even though it's very grim, and the premise around it in terms of it being aftermath of the war and some of the things that happen in it shouldn't deter you from reading it, because it's a beautiful love story amongst that, and it just all adds to setting the scene and helping you to see it as a reader as you fully immerse yourself in it. Really well written. So I'll pop a link in the description if you want to go and grab a copy. If you've read Berlin Hungers by Justine Saracen, please let me know. I would really love to know your thoughts on it and how much you enjoyed it. And if you're going to read it, or if you'd like to read it, sort of if you're intrigued by it, again, just let us know. That would be really great. And if you do read it, I really do hope that you will fall in love with Gillian and Erica and their love story, which is very unique. And I just hope you'll enjoy it as much as I did. Bye!